All right, let's get cracking into this. It's a return to the spotlight after almost a year. I do apologize for that, but I needed to take some time away to combat some things. Financially, physically, and to tell you the truth, I needed to make a decision whether or not I really wanted to continue doing this hobby. I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best here. Anyway, let's not waste any time because there's a lot to talk about with this set. I've seen so many reviews so far, and I haven't seen any under 30 minutes, and I don't think I'm going to make that either. But we're going to try to make this as short as possible. But again, there is a lot to talk about here. Most of them are pros. Some of them are minor inconveniences. Other than that, I really don't see any negativity with this set. This is the ZORD Ascension Project Astro Megazord from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, which it says down here on this box. I've already taken the liberty of removing everything out of this set, so it's not really an unboxing video, but more of going in the schematics of everything that you get out of this set. So we will do that, but the first thing that I want to do is I want to showcase as much as possible here, which I'm going to go ahead and remove all this stuff now. You've seen everything under these 2 minutes that I've been talking here. I'll remove the sword. I'm going to remove the Astro Megaship itself. We'll come back to that in just a minute. And we'll go ahead and start off with the box here. Now, I got this on widescreen. I've got this video going as far back as possible. So if anything can't get on here, I will try and make some adjustments. But other than that, I'm doing the best that I can here. Not bad for someone who's been rusted for over a year. But this is the box. It's your standard Lightning Collection / ZORD Ascension Project packaging, as you would come to expect, with the head of the Megazord taking the front, with the slick cover itself showing off these nice outlines of the rest of the head itself, with the shape of a cutout of a lightning bolt here. In case you never realized that, yeah, it's a lightning bolt. You didn't see it? But other than that, it's your plastic-free packaging. So everything comes in those like Happy Meal bags, which it's fine. The quality on those has kind of changed a little bit. They're a lot shinier, glossy for some reason, and they feel like they can take a little more of a beating compared to the ones that came with the Dino Megazord and the Dragon Zord. They're all in the box. I'm not going to show that off unless I decide to open this. And last minute change, yes, I'm going to open this anyway, because there is something on the inside I do want to show off anyhow. So, that made no sense. But anyway, let's take a look at the side of the packaging here. And you see we've got this lovely artwork of the Astro Megazord with some lightning effects in the back, which is pretty cool. Power Rangers Lightning Collection in gold there. It's embossed. You can actually feel that. And yeah, mine is scuffed up due to shipping. It is what it is. Yeah, they're still performing that. Wrapping everything up securely under some brown paper, and that's about it. That's your protection for a big box that it came in as well. That doesn't help. It moves around a lot, and this is what you come to expect. Oh well, it's not about the box, it's about the set itself, the figure on the inside, which we will get to in just a bit. On this side, we've got the Astro Megazord toy itself in a pre-pose with the alternate opening hand going, "Stop right there, evil aliens," or something like that. And that's about it. Turning on this side, in the back, you get pretty much everything you would come to expect here with the description that's given, which isn't much, except it's showing you the size of the Megazord itself, which is 37 centimeters. The estimate of that is 14.5 inches, which means this is a very big Zord. And we're going to get to it in just a bit. We've got the contents of the sword and shield and the boosters right there and the interchangeable hands that it comes with, which is a set of 6, which is pretty cool. You get your little mini Rangers, which you saw earlier. We'll take another look at them in just a bit. We've got the Astro Megaship itself with numbers here indicating what season and what episode it premiered. This season 6. That's Power Rangers in Space, obviously given away by this here. Episode 1. Down here, it's got 545. That's season 5. That's Power Rangers Turbo that came before In Space. The very last episode where they blast off into space. The Rangers use this shuttle here. And there you go. That explains that. We've got a little bit of some information here showcasing the opening cockpit where you can see the mini Rangers, and we will look at that in just a bit. The shuttle has the same feature here for its Megazord mode, actually. So, yeah, there's that. On the top of this slick cover, you've got this, just showcasing the actual Megazord itself. Now, don't be confused. The Astro Megaship was shown off on the first episode of Power Rangers in Space. It was episode 2, where the Rangers actually got their powers from Andros, the Red Ranger, and then they formed the Megazord with the shuttle and the Astro Megaship combining. There you go. That explains why this is a 2 instead of a 1, which is back here. There. Don't be confused. On the bottom, you've got not much, just trademarking and all that. So, let's take the slick cover off real quick. Slide this off very carefully because the first time I did this, I actually ripped it and I had to tape it back up. Oh, woe is me. Doesn't really matter. It's just a slick cover. Take that off. Now you can see we've got the actual box itself from its actual packaging style, which is showcasing the entire head of the Astro Megazord, which looks pretty cool. Nothing else has really changed except for the back here where we got the Zoo Ranger logo, which is Hasbro's using for the ZORD Ascension project logo, which I'm fine with. But this one's done in a metallic blue. You can see how it's all shiny. Pretty cool. I dig it. I feel like I'm in a studio with all these lights reflecting off here, but it's only 2 lights. The rest of it is just like a reflection. That's pretty cool. I like that. Anyway, we got a barcode right here. If I flip it this way, it's done properly. There you go. You can actually scan this here, this QR code, not a barcode, but you can scan it. It'll probably take you to the site where you can get some more information on the Astro Megazord if you want. That's fine. Let's open this up. You can see at the bottom we also have the Zoo Ranger logo, or ZORD Ascension project. And yes, just like the Dino Megazord and Dragon Zord, which I do not have. I do not have the Dragon Zord, but I'm sure the box is very difficult to open as well, especially when the contents has been pulled out. Right here, you can see we got some computer screens and schematics that you probably would see in the show from the Astro Megaship itself, with an outline of the Astro Megazord combination, which is pretty cool. I like how that's reflective as well. Again, it makes me feel like I'm in a studio with all these lights in the back. But again, it's only these 2 that you're seeing here. The rest is some kind of reflection. I dig it. On this side here, on the inside, just like the Dino Megazord and Dragon Zord, you get this very nice artwork of Ecliptor fighting the Astro Megazord with a nice sheen effect here going on for the 2 swords combining. Or not combining, but pretty much colliding. Boy, I cannot talk today. And again, not bad for someone who's really rusted at this. We'll remove the box now. All the contents has already been removed. I'll show you real quickly because, like I said, there's a little bit of a difference with the packaging here. Slide this down. And here's the actual packaging we get now for all your contents inside. This is the one that came with the Astro Megaship inside. And you can see it's a lot shinier, a lot glossier, and it feels a lot more sturdier. This actually feels a little more collector graded here. But it's just still thin paper, which, you know, I get it. They're not doing plastic anymore. Plastic free. It is what it is. Saves them some money and a headache from the environment. Whatever. It is what it is. All right. So almost 10 minutes into this video, we can finally get to the Astro Megaship itself. And I'm going to lower the camera here just a little bit so you can see it in all of its glory here. Straight. You know, looks good. It has wheels. It does roll. Not really necessary, but I'm glad they actually put that in. It's fine. I dig it. It's got some lovely detail all around. Nothing too out of control like they did with Dino Megazord and Dragon Zord with all those grainy effects, whatever it is they were doing. This does not have that. And it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'm glad they went away from it. I mean, it didn't bother me at all with Dino Megazord. But I'm glad that they just didn't do it this time. And it's fine. It's fine. It's got enough detail as it is. I mean, a lot of panel work, a lot of molding, and a lot of paint application, especially with vac metal chrome all around. It's got it everywhere. I'm showing it off, even to the back of the thrusters, which is pretty cool. And then on the side here, and at the front, the nose itself, which may be a little bigger than it's supposed to be. I thought in the show it was a lot slicker, but maybe it's just me. I mean, they went for accuracy here, so again, maybe it's just me, but I remember the original toy being a lot sleeker. Oh well. It's cool. If they're going for accuracy here, then we got nothing to complain about. Let's talk about articulation here. We do have turrets that can actually rotate to 180 degrees. Surprise, surprise. That's awesome. And it's part of the transformation too, because these have to get out of the way for the feet to actually properly transform. One inconvenience on my set. Just one. And you can probably see it right here straight away if I hadn't pointed it out. Yes, this arm here is actually crooked. This one here is straight. This one is not. It's because of the ratchet on the inside. Apparently it wasn't assembled properly, and it seems to be one click off, and it'll never be straight. I don't know if this is something that I can address myself. I don't know if I can actually fix this because the shoulder is actually pinned. I mean, there are some screws here. Maybe I can take it apart and fix it later, but that's my problem. Your results may be different. But as I'm showing off here, you can see it's not straight, and it never will be unless I fix it. And I'm not so sure if I can fix it, but oh well, it's not that big of an issue, especially with the fact that I am not going to display this a majority of the time in this room in the Astro Megaship formation. But there's some other formations that we can do as well. Like in the show, we can actually take the shuttle off of the rocket booster here, which, you know, I'm glad this does actually come with this. And we can hope for the best here because this is only my second time doing this. And this is a very tight connection here with this tab on the inside. Yeah, I've seen some videos where this would actually fly out of people's hands because of how secure this is. I mean, this tab is very tight. It's not really the tab itself. It's actually this clip right here. Secures it very flush. But anyway, you open this up and you got these two holes right here that will coincide with these two tabs here. And if you got this out all the way, you can plug this in like so. And I've noticed that some people have had some trouble keeping the shuttle from coming apart when they close this back. What I like to do is hold up the bottom just a little bit, not putting too much force on it, but just enough to where one side can clear here. And once you get one side, the other side should do the same. And close this back up here, and there you go. There we have the shuttle inside the Astro Megaship. We're not done. We got some more cosmetic work. We can take off these boosters here for the big booster, like so. And then what we can do is we can attach them to the side here. Whether or not this was actually done in the show, I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched Power Rangers in Space. But I will say the toy did do this originally. Bandai's I'm talking about. So I'm glad that they threw this in anyhow. And then we can take this little peg right here. Once I flip out the barrel, first of all, don't want to forget that because we're putting it in like a battle formation here. And then we can come to the bottom where you can see the obvious shield. And there's a hole right there. And we can plug this in like so. Line it up as best as I can. Right, I don't know what happened. Camera just stopped recording. I must have ran out of footage. So I decided to delete a few things so we can continue here. I don't remember where I left off, but I will say it's definitely not where you're seeing all this combined here with the two thruster boosters right here, and then, of course, the cannon at the bottom. Sorry, it is what it is, but anyway, it doesn't matter. That was an additional 5 minutes of me going like this, and I'm sure I really wasn't explaining much. But anyhow, there you go. I called it a battle formation. That's all I remember, but you didn't miss much. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and remove these now. Just clipped in on the side here, like the original Bandai toy. And then we will remove the gun. We'll pull this all aside here. We'll come back to it down the road. I'm sure of it. What else? What else? I can't remember. Oh, curse this camera sometimes, even though it is giving me the best quality and the best sound. So, oh well, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make here. If I didn't explain it too well, that's fine. There's other reviewers out there. I'm not the first. Definitely won't be the last, but hey, this is my take on it. So, what do you say we go through the transformation and putting this into its Megazord formation just because? First thing, as instructed, which I will show off real quick. The instructions, of course, I did not show these off. I'm going to show them now. Here's the front. Here's the back. That's about it. Two sides. Not much to it. It's a simplistic transformation. It always has been. Especially in the show when it was transforming the first time around. It's not much. Just a few things that flip around, and that's about it. And then you attach the head. All right. So, as instructed, you do have to rotate the turrets here to 90 degrees. So they're out of the way of the feet. If you don't turn them that way, you could warp the cannons down the line. But anyway, we'll go ahead and open this up now, real quick, as best as we can. It's getting a lot easier. And we'll open this now all the way so we can remove the shuttle, which came apart. It will do that. There we go. Put it back together. Give it a good press so everything stays locked in position and it's nicely flush. I've seen some people receive theirs, and this just has a huge gap like this that just never goes away. I'm fortunate, though. I got lucky. There we go. So, now that that's done, what we need to do is come underneath here and remove the shield. Slide these out. Then just untab it, put it aside. What we need to do now is put this back in place, because there's also another connection to the legs here. And we'll go ahead and untap that. And at first I didn't realize that, and I could have stressed something had I not looked at the instructions. Always look at the instructions. If there's something that isn't working right and you feel like you're going to break it, it's possible you didn't look at the instructions. They're not that worthless. Trust me, there is something to these. If you look carefully, you may have missed something. Don't want to break your high-end collectible here. And high-end, it definitely is. It definitely feels like it. After 2 misses in the ZORD Ascension project, this definitely hit a home run. These will untap straight away, like so. This is about as far down as the legs will go due to the engineering on this set. Flip these up a little bit more so you get some clearance here, because what we need to do is we need to turn this all the way like so, and then rotate the thigh section. That's one leg. Let's do it again. This side is a little difficult to work with here. It's getting better. Bring it in some, rotate the thigh section, straighten up this as much as we can. Come to the feet here. And on the inside, we want to pull out, if I can get it, pull out these cover pieces just for the feet. The original toy had this as well, so that's a nice recreation. I dig it. Flip down the side skirt pieces, like so. Then we take the arms. Oh, you can't see this part, can you? Like I said, I've got this out as far as possible, so the only thing I can do is lift up on this. All right, now we can take the arms, And we can tab them in like so. Come right here and push on this piece till it locks into position. Should hear a click. This one doesn't really do it, but this side you'll see. Push it in, click it in. There we go. That frees up the arms. And what we need to do now is we need to take the shuttle and transform it. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and show off the little mini Rangers on the inside here. If I can find that. There you go. Now that it's open, you can see it's pretty accurate. We got a little sticker in the back here showing off like computers and such that you would see in the show model itself for the cockpit. Got the 3 male Rangers in the front facing forward. The 2 female Rangers facing the sides, which is accurate. I like that. That's about as much detail as I can show off. They are very small and very hard to focus on. Transformation is simple. Flip the back, flip the front up. There's a hole and there's a tab right there. The blue one. There's also a white one for going back into shuttle mode. But line it up. There you go. That's the head. What we need to do now is we need to slide this into place here, or you can just come above and then slide it in. There we go. And to properly secure it, there's these gray tabs right here that's going to coincide with these clips right here. Get this lined up. There you go. That properly secures it into place. The last thing that we need to do here that, as far as I know, nobody has actually talked about in their review, and I don't think they even acknowledge that it even exists. There are ankle rocker pivots. There's a ball joint down here. What you need to do is you need to wiggle it out. You got to pull down and wiggle. Yes, you're going to take the ankle with it, but they're there. It just takes a little forcing. But once you get it out, you can see you got your ankle rocker movement. So anyway, we'll get this one to come down too. I think it's easier if you just slide it a bit forward, actually. There we go. Yeah, it actually worked a lot easier than the last time I tried to do this. So there's Astro Megazord in all of its glory. And it's huge. It's really big. It's a lot of work. You can tell I'm short of breath. And that's just the Megazord itself. And let's talk about the contents that came with it, of course. Like the shield, for instance. Works like the original. The handle piece actually does come out, and it does slide into position, creating the full shield, which is nicely painted. Very nice. And I realize I got this the wrong way. But that's okay. We can fix that real quick. There you go. Now it's facing the right way. Very nice. Love the attention to detail, and I love the fact that they fully painted it. That's about it. There's not much to really show off here at the back except for this little clip here, which I'll go ahead and show this off here. This is something that I gotta say they should have took another look at, and this is just my opinion. Your results could be different. How this works out could be different. But according to the instructions, you can actually attach this to the forearm. How? By this wheel here. This loose wheel that rotates all the time, no matter what. But this clip is supposed to go over this wheel here, like so. And it does stay in there pretty secure. You can see it's not moving. It's not really going anywhere. When I say it's not moving, I mean it's not detaching anytime soon unless you take it off yourself. But due to the fact that this wheel does have to rotate, it makes it a floppy mess. And I really don't like how that works out. I get what they were going for here. It just doesn't work out as they were hoping. But what I like to do is just like the original toy. I just like to stick it in the hand, which at first could be a fight. Maybe a couple times after that, but it will attach. It just takes some finagling, a little force here. And due to the fact that this is my second take on this review here, I am a little tired. So it doesn't really want to go in there. But there you go. Now that it's applied, there you go. There's that. Then we can take the sword here, which is nicely detailed, with the handle being the molded piece here, so you don't have to worry about chipping, unlike the Dino Megazord, which was unfortunate, but hey, better to learn before it's too late. So, Get that to go in all the way. Takes some doing. First couple times. Phone goes off on this recording as well. That's fine. I don't care. But there you go. There's Astro Megazord ready for battle against Ecliptor or any evil space alien of the week. Pretty nice. Looks great. We're not done. We can take the boosters. All three of them. The big one and the two side ones. Clip them into place like so. I drop it. Of course I did. Just give me a moment. Found it. And take this one here. Drop that. Why not? Dare I say, why not? How unprofessional of me. Whatever. Clip that in. There we go. We've already slid out this portion here, which just rotates and shows off the barrel. Of course, it's a gun. We can flip out the handle, not so easily. This is a very, very tight handle. There we go. And you can see we have a gun. Yay! Was it used in the show? I don't remember, but it's nice to have a Megazord that comes with a sword, a shield, and a blaster. Up until in space, I'm not so sure if that was actually a thing. But, oh well. I'll go ahead and remove the sword here, because I tried to put this in the left hand the last take, and it just would not take it. The actual handle of the sword is a lot thicker than the handle of the shield, so this is actually pried open a little bit more, which means this will actually go in a lot easier, if not all the way. And this came undone, as it would, because I was putting too much force on the side, trying to press it in. And there we go. There's the Astro Megazord with blaster. A blaster that not even straight. There we go. Blaster, shield for, you know, retracting an enemy's blast or something like that. Blasting back at the enemy. Pretty cool. I dig it. Looks great. It is what it is. Unless you look at the bottom and then it's all hollow. Oh well. That's fine. So there's that. What else can I show off here? Well, if I take the shield off real quick, something that I did not show off in Astro Megaship mode, of course. A lot of reviewers do this too. Forgot to flip open this piece here so you can see the cockpit of the Astro Megaship with the Rangers there. Not much detail going on here. Nothing for the screen that they're looking at. It would have been cool if there was like a picture of Ecliptor or Astronomer or something like that. I'd take Quatrons or whatever they're called any day rather than something blank. But oh well. There's that. All right, so the Megazord itself, fully articulated. It's got loads of detail on it. I'll show that off. You can see the head. It's on a ball joint. It goes in any position you want, as long as it's engineered to go that way, which is fine. Nicely painted as well. And get an inquisitive pose to the left and the right, which is great. I'm very happy with that. We got this going on here due to the fact that there is no bicep swivel. The one thing that I don't understand why they couldn't engineer it into the toy itself unless it was a budget cut. I get it. Other than that, it's not there. To make up for that, we get this. We get a butterfly joint as well due to the transformation. So if you wanted to put the sword up close in its face, you could. And then we get ratcheting shoulders. We get some inward and outward movement, about that much. Unless you rotate this, and then you may get another click or two, but that's about it. Like I showed off, the forearm does rotate as well. It's a little tight, which is great. I appreciate that rather than being loose. Ball jointed wrists. Not much to really go on here because they don't really work as good as they could, but that's due to the fact that they do have to pop in and out depending on what hands you want to use for this set. And then, of course, we got the waist rotation. We got an additional ab crunch feature, which works 10 times better than the Dino Megazord, in my opinion. This much forward and that much going back, which is pretty much just straight, which is fine. I dig it. These skirt pieces can flip out of the way here, so you can get some articulation at the legs, which we do have some. You get that much going forward, about 90 degrees. You get this much going back, which is pretty much a normal stance. I take that back. You do get a little bit more, so that's fine. For a running pose, that works great. You get this much going in and out, which isn't that much, but it's enough. No JCVD split, but it is what it is. Get thigh rotation on some ratchets. Get 90 degrees of bend at the knees. And then, like I said, if you transformed it correctly, you get this going up and down for the ankles, but you also get a ball joint for some ankle rocker pivot and some swivel there. So, fully articulated compared to the original toy itself, and a lot bigger than the original toy itself. It's a little bit of some controversy here, at least for my set. Your results could be different, but for what it is, it's definitely got a lot of bang for your buck compared to the original two sets out of this series, which is Megazord, Dino Megazord to be corrected, and Dragon Zord. But they've learned from their mistakes. They've corrected a lot of things. It's a lot stable. It's a lot functional when it comes to the articulation and what it's supposed to do. And I couldn't be any more happier with this set. Yeah, the sacrifice is that my packaging got banged up pretty good. You know, the quality dip is right there with the box. But I'm fine with that as long as the toy fully functions and looks great. It's got a little bit of some sloppiness in the paint application department with the Astro Megaship itself, but the robot mode, the Megazord mode, not to confuse Transformers out there. This is great. I mean, it looks great. It functions. It's very tight with the joints. The ratchets work good. It's missing a bicep swivel, and that's the only thing that I can take away from it, but that's just me. That's just me. It holds its weapons just fine. There's no paint chipping at the handles, at any of the handles here. It's got a lot of accessories. It's got its little minifigures, which we're going to look at now. Here they are. Here are the little mini Rangers. That's about as good as I'm going to get on the focus here, only because, well, it's not really going to pick up too well on camera. But I will pose them real quickly next to the Astro Megazord itself. Having a little trouble with the Yellow Ranger not wanting to stand up here. But there you go. There's the Rangers compared to this, given their 1/44th scale that they're going with here. It's a lot to take in. Hopefully I was able to do this in a shorter amount of time compared to other reviewers out there, because I don't like to take up a lot of time. And again, I haven't done this in what seems like a full year. So it's been a while. I'm a little rusted here. I may have not shown off the interchangeable hands except for at the beginning of the video. There's your open palms here. So if you want to do a little DDD, what's a DDD? DDP posing here with the diamond shape, you can do that. It is what it is. Here are the hands that are pre-attached to this set here, which I don't like to use because they're closed. I mean, again, if my figures are going to hold weapons, they're going to have the open hands already attached. But hey, if you like pre-posed hands that are closed and can only be used for punching bad guys, there you go. There's that. So here's everything that you get with this set. It's incredible. For the price that you pay for this, which is about $177, which may be about $20 more compared to Dino Megazord, this is worth it. It's got its heft. It's got its fill of the quality. It's got a lot of paint applications, and it's got chrome. What more could you possibly ask for? Did I say articulation already? Yeah, it's got that. And it's got instructions that actually are worth a dang here. Surprising. But that's about it. I can't really go into any more details about this than for what I've already said. It's big. And I mean, it's colossal. They were not kidding with that 14.5 inches that it is. I mean, compared to the Dino Megazord here. In 1/44th scale, I don't know if this is accurate to the show, but they're going by that Ranger Wiki. Hasbro's already admitted it. And this is what they got to stick with. which means if there's something bigger than the Astro Megazord, oh boy, ooh, Hasbro, I wish you the best of luck. If it came to like Serpentera, that would have to be a HasLab project ×2. Because it'd probably take more than just one HasLab to make that thing really work. It would be a two-parter. I know people wouldn't like to have to buy 2 sets to create one colossal Zord, but given the budget, I mean, that's the only way we could probably afford it, and probably how Hasbro would have to pull it off. But that's just me. That's me just saying. It's the best way to put it, because my brain just quit on me. Other than that, I mean, you can see night and day comparisons here. This is $20 more compared to this. And I mean, just that alone. I mean, wow, what a difference. Given the scale, the articulation, the paint department seems to be getting a lot better here. What more could you possibly ask for? How about Delta Megazord? Can we get Delta Megazord to combine with this? Geez, if you think it's big now, wait until they do that. They're going to have to, okay? People are going to demand it. Hasbro, you might as well just accept it, fork it over, give it to us down the road. There you go, guys. That's my look and review on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection / ZORD Ascension Project Astro Megazord. I may have missed a few things. If I did, I do apologize, but there was a lot to go through as it is here. I did my best, given the fact that I'm really rusted at this, because it has been almost an entire year since the last time I reviewed anything, and those were my silent videos, to be honest. So I haven't really talked on camera in forever. So not bad for someone who's trying to start over here and hoping for the best this time around. If you enjoyed this video, like it. If you want to, comment. It would make me feel a lot better if I could address a few things afterwards that I may have missed if you guys are asking about it post-video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. It's the only way this is going to stay afloat, but I'll do my best for as long as I can, given my financial crisis at the moment, which still seems to be very critical. Other than that, this is Red's Power signing off, saying thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you whenever you see me. Bye for now.